Hi everyone, my name is James Brown. I'm the volunteer podcast technician for Bethel Church Penticton. In this tutorial, you'll be learning how to make your very own master CD using iTunes for distribution to the membership and adherents of the congregation at Bethel Church Penticton. Let's go to the tutorial right now. Hi folks, this is the final installment in the tutorial series for Bethel Media Team, and this will be the creating the master CD. Now what we have on the screen is iTunes. So first you'll have to insert the blank CD in the CD drive, and it'll be on the Mac, of course. I'm using a Windows-based machine. So the autoplay on the Mac will come up on your screen, and it comes up with the drop down menu. You click on that drop down menu and you choose iTunes, and then you click OK, and then it'll open up iTunes. If you have iTunes opened already and you inserted the blank CD, then you click ignore. So that way that's covered. So right now on my home machine, I have it on podcast because I usually listen to podcasts. You'll have, when it's on this screen, you'll have to go over to this is the quickest. You can go to controls and change it that way. I think it's view. My memory is going with this Parkinson, so please bear with me. So yes, it is view media kind, and then you just go music, or it would be command 1 on the Mac. But this method is much easier. You go to the drop down menu here. This is much quicker. And you go music. Now because I have it in Apple Music mode, if you come across this being in browse mode, or in iTunes, Apple Music mode, or iTunes Radio, you'll have to go to library and click on library at this point, and it takes you to this screen. So on my Windows machine, I go to CD Master. However, on the Mac machine, I usually do it under pre-service, and there's a whole bunch of songs in there you have to uncheck, because otherwise they'll be added to the master CD, and you don't want that happening. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get this screen. No, that's not right. Okay, yeah, because iTunes is a little crazy at times, so I'm going to see if I can get my, there we go, my File Explorer. You will be using Finder for this, and I don't have it on the right screen, so I'll just and usually it'll be the CD edit file, whatever file that they use to do the sermon editing with. In this case, it'll be the April 7th 119.04.07- CD edit wave. So we're going to drag this into the playlist and drop it. Yeah, I'll remove it from iCloud because I don't. You won't encounter that scenario happening when you do this. So what you do is you go to the, in my case, it's CD master and highlight it. In your case, it'll be pre-service. And it's important to make sure all the check marks are unchecked first before you do this, except for the CD edit file. Then you're going to right click, burn playlist to disk. And it comes up with this burn settings. Maximum possible is the setting you want to use. Audio CD gap between songs is usually 2 seconds. Use sound check, you should leave that checked. Include CD text, leave it unchecked. The 2 radio buttons here, the MP3 CD and the data CD DVD, radio buttons are just those little circle things. Don't be afraid of the terms. And so it looks like it's ready to go, so we just click burn. And your status should be right on the very top of the Windows, in your case, Mac version of iTunes. So your progress bar is going to be going along from left to right, and it should say writing the file name that you've selected for the CD master burn. And this will take a few minutes. Yeah, this step can be quite boring, so have a sip of coffee or tea or whatever beverage of choice that you have, because it's going to take a few minutes. Or if you have to go to the washroom, do that, because by the time you get back, it will be finished. And it'll have the time remaining on the in that status information. Now on the Mac it would say burning disk finishing. Same with the Windows machine. That means it's finalizing, or actually it's finished doing the finishing touches of burning the CD master. Ignore that. That's so in this mode you can actually do a playback of this recording. Just go to the play button. That's one method.
We're continuing our sermon series today, which is taking us through the Easter season, called Take Your Stand.
Which would probably be a little quicker than this. There's another way of doing it, and I'll show you in a minute. This next step, you want to delete this what you just burned onto the CD from the playlist. So you don't want to delete from the library. We want to delete it from the playlist, and it'll on the Mac it'll say it's checked to do not ask me again, but I like this feature because if I think I made a mistake, I can just click the cancel button, but I'm pretty sure I want to get rid of it, so I'll click remove song. So there that is. So I'm going to at this point, before I switch to my file explorer, if you're in pre-service playlist, make sure before you quit the iTunes app that all those songs that you've unchecked are rechecked. So meaning the check marks are in the 5 check boxes. Otherwise, we're going to get into very severe trouble for that, because if they go to play the playlist and it won't play, that's why, because the songs are not checked in that playlist. So I'm going to switch to the file explorer. Yours will be Finder. So I'll go into my now. It'll say it'll be an AIFF format, the audio interchange file format. So this one I've set to automatically play in iTunes, but you can do it however you want. No preview variable, of course, in Windows. So what I'll do, it might work, and I'm just going to try Media Player. And this Media Player VLC will probably work too, but for a Windows machine. But if I'm doing this in Finder, I'll explain it further once I get finished showing you this. Let's see if it'll cooperate. But what I showed you within iTunes is the quickest way of doing an audio playback of a burned CD. And I would recommend you do it that way.
We're continuing our sermon series today, which is taking us
And our
through the
audio
Easter
playback works.
season, called Take Your Stand. For all the
So we're
things
going
that Christians, fortunately
to
or unfortunately,
stop the
have known
playback.
to be against, what are we
Thank you,
for?
Pastor Dave.
What do we take our stand on? What are Christian people all about? And so that's what this
Of
series
course, in Windows,
is. And of
it's
course,
not
we need to take a
responding, but
stand. Of
it
course, we need
will.
to
It
be people who
will.
are willing to have our voice heard.
And we'll close that out. So if you're in Finder and you do that, you make sure it's it's on the top where all the settings are and stuff. Make sure you have it clicked on the three vertical book-like shaped marks, so that your preview pane will be on your right hand side, and then all you have to do is select the CD master file, and then you can go into the preview area and click the play button, and you can do that way. It's a slower process because you're switching between apps, but like I said before, it's much easier to do it within iTunes, so that way it's much easier for you. But I forgot to mention, once you've done the playback in iTunes, you have to click the music drop down again to get back to this screen. That's the only thing I forgot. So once you do your playback, you go up to music, and you just single click on it, and it'll get you back to this. So that's basically it in a nutshell. So happy sermon podcasting. Hi, we're back. If you need to rewind this video for any reason, please do so. Otherwise, I'll leave you with my email address. That's jameshcb23@gmail.com. That's jameshcb23@gmail.com. Thanks for watching.